ready to look at the icons here. So get your selecting tool, and if you get down here, so there's the says path, and this one where it's the longer thing says SVG inline FA lock. So that gives, I mean, it's a lock, and we see the word lock, so that gives you an idea. So here it is. It shows that it's an SVG inline FA lock. So these are like lots of classes that it's adding. Every time you see a space, it's a new class. So this is the first class. Second class is FA lock. Third class is FAW14, and then the next class is FA dash stack dash one time, and then FA dash inverse. Okay, so lots of things going on there, and they're all hard coded into the HTML, not the styles. We already looked at how to change the color of the icon with the styles, and similar to the logo, these are SVG, they're vectors, so they're going to be nice and clean as opposed to an image. So the FA stands for FontAwesome. You can see that up here earlier in the code. That's how we got the circles, was the FontAwesome thing. So it kind of gives you the clue that FontAwesome.com here is the place to look for how to get those. Okay, so, and let's look also in the head, it tells us that we're doing FontAwesome. Why is this crazy? Okay, here we up in the head, not very far down. FontAwesome icons, the free version, and it shows us this website that it's pulling them from. use.fontawesome.com releases version 5, okay, v5.15.3. So this is, let me just see if I can open that in a new tab, what it gives me. Oh, not very helpful. Okay, let's instead just go to FontAwesome. So here's FontAwesome.com. So it's 6, but we're coded for 5. Okay, so look down here, it shows version 5.15.4. They kind of hide it, they want you to use the latest version. If we go here, version's 5.13, that's when we're on. Yeah, that's what we want. Okay, so I guess this whole thing, so this is like a banner, we can close that. Okay, so we are on the 5 page. So within here, it shows new icons, changes. Okay, lots of fun. But we can search for an icon. I don't know, food. So it's going to search within the 5 under food, 300 matching results. So I can only use the ones that are black. Those are free. So I could say free, and it shows me just black ones instead of all of them. So that's the what I want. There's an egg. I'm not seeing a nut. So this is kind of a little bit of an abstract problem that you have. Oh, the brain, that looks like a nut. But you're going to have to be creative with what you use. And I don't really care what icon you use, but I want you to choose new icons. You can, there are ways to create your own icon sets that are SVGs and bring them in. But we won't do that in this project. Okay, so this works, and it shows me details, and it shows me a class, an I class of FAS and FA-brain. Okay, so it says I can copy HTML. It's going to copy that whole thing, but I don't really need the whole thing. Let's go back to our page. I haven't tried this. Would it let me? FA-brain. Ah, it worked. Okay, so I can test it out. So just changing it from the laptop to a brain, that's going to work. So I kind of need to do that in the real file. HTML thing here. So the first one's the shopping cart. And you notice that it already says FAS. So that part of the class that it showed me I needed to have works. Let's just change it here. So let's say we want the brain for one of them. And what else do we want? So let's quit the search thing, and it gives us all of them that are free. So I could just scroll through here and find, ooh, allergies. What a great icon. Okay, I'm just going to do allergies. So L, 2 L's, ERGIES. Find it here. So there's the circle. Let's save that and preview it just to make sure I'm getting the things right here. Okay, I've got brain, allergies, and just for fun, let's look at something that's not an FAS icon. So if we go to an Apple icon, it's a brand. So its class is FAB as an FA brand. So there's a few, if it's obviously a brand, you're going to need to change that part of the class. So, you know, again, AWS, that's going to be a brand. Bold is just a thing, just a symbol, FA, FontAwesome symbol. I think that's the only two things you need to worry about is the brand or the symbol. And there's some of these that are compound words with a dash, so just make sure you're getting all of those. Bowling dash ball. There we go. So new brands or new symbols in there. So the other place where we're using FontAwesome would be our social media icons here. So those are going to be down here. And there you see it, FAB, FA-Facebook-F. So if I wanted to change those, so FAB, FA-Blogger-B, and you can kind of just guess what these icons are that you're trying to use. Where are we? That's right above the. That's the hardest part, is just finding it in the code. Our amazing team. Okay, here we go. So this first person here, Mr. Anand. So there's the Twitter, Facebook. Blogger-B. Apple. These are already FABs, so we're good. And Instagram. Let's see if those all work. They did. So look for similar weights. So the Instagram one looks really weird there compared to the others. And if we look at our Instagrams, we have the linear one, or this one that's the square, or hashtag. I'll bet in the not take off free. No, that's all of them. I don't know that one of those is going to look better. Dash square. I guess not a whole lot better. So choose those well, what you do, and let's show you. So there you see the same thing again down there. If we don't like the circle idea, what are our options? So as they're coded in here, we have this circle It's easier to see in the code. Okay. Rounded circle class for the image. No, that's this up here. Button, button dark, social media. So these are actually buttons in these cases. They're circular buttons. I think that's the case down here too. The ones at the top here, these are not buttons. These are those paths, the circle. Let's see if we can find that. Services, okay, here we go. The circle before each one, it actually appears under it. So let's try our commenting trick. So again, it's going to, by default, try to close that comment early. There we go. So the circle is gone if I just comment or delete that line of code. So if I do that, I'm going to need to change the color of these to get them working the way I want. If I wanted my icons to be as big as those circles were, let's look at that. So we had FA stack 2x, and on the brain it's FA stack 1x. So what if I changed the 1x to 2x like the circle was, and I get a double-sized circle, or sorry, brain. Is there an in-between? Let's see. 1.5x. No, it's like, what are you talking about? Okay, so I would have to change the very definition of a 2x or a 1x to get an in-between size, and that should be a style thing. So my FA inverse is the color. I don't know if that's just white. That's what that class is doing for me. Font size and hair. Oh, here we go. FA 4x. Why is it on 4x? Because I guess I did a 4 times thing earlier, but it's not 4 M's. Where is that going to be hiding? No. So anyway, it's related to a font size, so I could probably, this might be messy, inherited from FA2x. Why did it go here? What's it hiding? Span class FA stack FA4x, and that's for the whole thing here. So it's multiplying what was 1x 4 times. That might be the easy way to change it. Yeah, interesting. So I have some subtle change over it that way. So I want it bigger though. 5x. Yeah, that worked. Not too messy. Okay, let's look at why that worked, or in another view. So here's our span that is around the whole thing. So here's a 4x scaling off of our 1x. So if we want our 1x to play bigger, but smaller than straight out changing it to a 2x, we can change this to a 5x. And that gets us that bigger size. Okay. So hopefully that helps you feel a little bit more in control of the size of your icons. I didn't show you the buttons for the social media one. Let's look at those. Okay, so these shows button, button dark, button social, mx.-2, and it's all hiding inside of that. So there's the blogger thing. It doesn't show a size on that. So let's see what happens if we try to change the mx2. It's gonna let me. Come on, sometimes it lets me. mx3, please. Oh, no, that just gave more space around it. 6. Oh, that was weird. Okay, so not that. Okay, what is it telling me here? Width and height. So that's controlling it on the button social. So if this gets changed, 3.5. Oh, I missed somewhere. That does not increase the icon itself. Okay, so that would be a bigger circle under button social, and the icon size itself showing 14 by 14. Why? 14 with 14, maybe that's what that means. W14. Okay, where'd that go? Here. Is it a W24? No. So there's some pre-programmed sizes here. This was 14, 16. It does not like it, just changing that class. FAW. So they have specific widths going on. That is making it bigger. What did I mess up though? I messed up something. Let me refresh the page. Okay, it's doing 14.875, and instead of that was 2. No. Blogger B. How is this? it's coded the same. That might be changing through JavaScript later. Where is this hiding? Contact form, we're above the contact form. Here we are. Yeah, it's sneaky. It's adding things in that we're not. So there's the MX2. Under buttons, social. I can't just change that because that just spreads it apart. But the style that's computing off of it. Font size inherit. It's inheriting that font size from something else. That's a tricky one. I think if we wanted them bigger without the circles, we would have to redo the way that they're put in. So it's reading in all this code after it renders. FA14, focusable, data, role, view box. I'll have to look that up. That's a trickier problem for resizing those. And I'm not going to find quickly here. So at least we looked at how to resize the ones up here. So if you really wanted to redo those so that they're not buttons, but they're more just icons, that would be a way to do it. And there is a way to make these into links without having the same button sizing problem that we're having down there now. Okay, let's stop that.